friends, Paul here in the RoJoBe Music Workshop, and welcome to part 6, the final part of the acoustic guitar bridge repair and setup. Once again, in the previous episode I got a little bit carried away with the work I was doing, forgot to look at the time, and the video timed out. I was in the middle of, attaching all the strings and making sure that those two end bridge pins weren't going to pop out where the holes had been slightly reamed out. As it turned out, they weren't a problem. I did put that little dab of glue in each one of them, not enough to glue the pins in place, just enough to make a seal basically to make them a bit tighter. Crap. Just finished the guitar and then almost destroyed it. So it's all done, and as I said, it appears to be holding up nicely. Now I'm not going to be able to get close enough to the camera to show you the bridge up close, but in all honesty, unless you know that crack was there, you would never ever see it. I can just about see a couple of marks more than cracks really at the two ends, the wings as we call them. You can just about see it, but there's no actual gaps. You can just see the line between, where the two pieces join together, and that literally is only on these wings as we call them at the end. All the way through here you cannot see the mark at all. Absolutely cannot see it at all. I mean, I'm not just saying that, it's disappeared. You can just about make out the line on those wings at the end, but that really doesn't matter. The joint itself is perfectly strong. The bridge has glued to the body perfectly well. This glue and the joint itself are stronger than they ever were before. So I'm just going to check the tuning one more time. I've got it tuned up to pitch, more or less. Obviously the strings will stretch a little bit and go a bit flat at first. Yes, I do have to still tune with a tuner. I can't tune by ear. I can, but not close enough that I'm happy with. What's happened to that G? Right, let me just move this light out of the way. Let's turn it off. So it's all tuned up to pitch now. Those bridge pins are holding perfectly well. There's no problems with those at all. And job's finished. So there it is. One bridge repair. And as I've oiled the bridge as well. Really can't see too well. The light's not great in here at the moment. I've got to get a better light setup. But it's all good. There's no glue residue around the bridge itself. There's no gaps. There's no scratches. There's no chips. It's a perfect job. It really is. And this is quite a nice guitar. It's not an expensive one. It's not any kind of known brand. What is that? A Daltis. Obviously Chinese. Let's have a look at the label. Yeah, made in China. But it is a nice guitar. I do believe it's a real wood top and not laminate. Not certain, but I think it is, and possibly even the back and sides as well. I'm not sure. Certainly the top is real wood. I mean, if the back and sides are laminate, that's fine. As I said, it is quite a cheap guitar, but it is a really nice looking guitar, and I personally prefer this. I think this is the Dreadnought style. I might be wrong. I'm not great with. I'm no expert on guitars by any means, but I think it's a nice looking guitar, and it's got a nice nice sound, nice tone. Good sustain. Still going. Still going. Still going. And stop. Yeah, so it's got good sustain on it, and it's a very, very nice sounding guitar. Quite a mellow sound. And now it's ready to go back for sale in the shop, because it's all complete. And as I said, this bridge now is stronger than it ever was before. So, apologies for the abrupt ending of the previous episode, because I was so enthralled in my work I forgot to keep an eye on the time. But that's the end of this project. I was hoping 2 or 3 videos, it's turned out to be 6, so be it. Hope you enjoyed this series on a relatively simple repair, if you know what you're doing. But however simple this repair is, it's also very, very easy to it up. Which I didn't in this case, which is great. So that's going back in the shop. The next project I'll get into will probably be the cookie tin ukuleles. However, with my my key rings that, you know, I'm doing the laser engraving, I'm going to make a few more key rings, so I might well do that first. I want to make about 20 or 30 of them in 3 or 4 different shapes. I've got some wood. I've got some templates, and I've got my bandsaw, and I've got my oscillating spindle sander, and I've got my router table. So those are the tools I'll be using to make some more key rings, just to, you know, get a few more different sizes, shapes, patterns, and numbers. So I probably won't film that. It's not all that exciting to watch. I might do a small short video on that, because, you know, there's making the key rings, although it sounds easy enough, there's, you know, several processes, and all using you know, the big power tools. So I might do, I don't know, but it's, you know, that and the cookie tin ukuleles I'll be doing next. We're actually coming up to a Thai national holiday in April, Songkran. It's called Songkran. It's Thai New Year. But, you know, it generally lasts about a week. We're having about 10 days off, so so I might get stuck into a couple of the projects then. Anyway, if you like this series and you know, you found it educational, I mean, you know, this is the thing. Although this was quite a fairly straightforward, simple repair for me, I don't only make these videos just for entertainment purposes, but for, you know, for education, for people who want to learn things like this. And as I said, even though it was a relatively simple job, I'm very pleased with the results. And I think, you know, a few years ago I wouldn't have been able to do this, and I certainly wouldn't be able to do it to what I would consider almost perfect. And it's a small achievement, but I think it's an achievement. I mean, if you told me 5 or 6 years ago that I was going to be a slightly more than adequate luthier in my 50s, I'd have told you to shut up and stop talking nonsense. But here I am. You know, it's something I wanted to try and learn to do for myself, and more or less taught myself. And I think I'm okay. I think I do a fairly good job, you know, with the repairs and the builds and modifications, all sorts of things. So, as I said, if you like this series or this video, please leave a comment, give a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all the good stuff. And in the meantime, look after yourselves, look after each other. We will see you soon. Peace out.